everyone, welcome back to my channel, Becoming Susan. This is the spot where I talk about how I went from bedbound to completely healthy through the power of affirmations and other mindfulness practice. I just got back from a gorgeous walk and I thought about some of the things that I stopped doing as I was beginning to become completely and utterly healthy. So let's begin. All right, the first thing on the list is I stopped talking about my symptoms. As I stated in my first video, you become what you say. Your body listens to your thoughts. And so after learning this, I stopped talking about my symptoms. Now, yeah, it was really hard at first because I was used to telling the entire world what my symptoms were and what I was experiencing. And that was just something I had to stop. Number 2, stop identifying with your illness. Yes, this probably goes against every cultural norm that you've seen. We have ribbons, we have marches for all the diseases that are out there in the world. And one thing I had to do is I had to stop identifying with my illness. I had to completely cut myself away from thinking about that illness, and I just had to stop identifying with that. And I know that that can be difficult. Please know that I was definitely in your shoes, but this was something I had to do on my path of becoming completely and utterly healthy. So stop identifying with your illness. Number 3, stop researching your illness. Oh my goodness. I would be laying in bed researching everything there was to know about the diseases that I had. I needed to know every detail about them. And that was just filling my mind with more information on how to be sick. And so with obtaining this new belief system that our thoughts can make us ill, I had to completely stop researching the illnesses that I had. And so I had to cut myself off cold turkey, and it was super interesting how I had almost become addicted to researching my illnesses. Number 4, start pulling away from support groups. Now, unfortunately, I know that the support groups that I was in, they were sometimes supportive, but I would have to say that 80 to 90% of the time, it was a lot of people talking about their symptoms and talking about how sick they were. And yes, I did receive some loving guidance. I did receive some loving friends. I did keep those friends in my life. But for all the other people that I barely knew, I didn't need to keep hearing about how sick they were. I had to stop filling my mind with lots of people talking about how sick they were and how they were suffering from their diseases. And so that's something that I did, is I started pulling away from support groups. So what did I start doing instead? I started with the use of affirmations. I claimed to myself and to the world over and over and over again, I am healthy. I feel fantastic. I feel great. In fact, I feel better than great. I feel perfectly happy. Every cell in my body is regenerating. All of my organs are perfectly healthy. I am healthy. I am fit. I am strong. I walk. I work out. My skin is healthy. My hair is healthy. My bones are strong. My teeth are healthy. My nervous system is so healthy. I just claimed those things over and over again. I also wrote them in my notebook over and over and over and over again. And I started to tell my family. I would be with my family and they would say, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? And instead of talking about my symptoms, I would say, I'm doing great. I'm feeling fantastic. I feel better than fantastic. I feel fine. I feel healthy. I feel vibrant. And so I would just claim those things to the world. I would also visualize myself being healthy. I would lay in bed and I would visualize myself walking. I would visualize myself eating wonderful foods. I would visualize myself out on vacations. The thing is the mind doesn't know the difference between real and fake. And so as I visualized being on these wonderful vacations, my body followed suit and began to heal.